What is going on, YouTube? Tom here, and today I'm going to give you all the point of view vlog that, well, at least one of you has been asking for. Some people, of course, like these types of vlogs just because it's something different that you don't get to see. You get to see most of what I see for driving. On my way back to work from my lunch break, and I am hitting this light actually as a green for once. Hopefully you can all hear me, and also camera's not too bouncy. So anybody who's had a GoPro knows that they come with a plastic case for it. I, of course, to use my external microphone, I use my GoPro, I use an aluminum case instead of plastic, so it's a little bit heavier. Well, unfortunately, I couldn't find the plastic case. I don't know where I put it. And then, on top of that, the audio is so bad when you use the aluminum case that I just went ahead and decided to go ahead and put my microphone back on. So now you all get to see how I drive in Tampa here, where people are constantly going way under the speed limit for no apparent reason whatsoever. Hopefully, the camera's not too bouncy here, as it is now really top-heavy. But I wanted to talk about kind of the mods I've done recently with the pedals. That definitely influenced the way the car shifts. Now, most recently I did the clutch spring delete, known as the clutch assist spring or the clutch helper spring. Most annoying and ridiculous extra spring this car has. It doesn't really do you much good because realistically all it does is provide a little bit of a kink right towards the end of the clutch pedal, and it kind of gets in your way. And on top of that, it engineers out some of the feel of your let-out point. So, of course, the big one is you delete that and you get a lot of your feeling back, and of course it feels more like just a standard clutch. Some of y'all know Alejandro Flores, aka YOLO Douchebag, he did this mod on his own car. He just got a 2018. And of course everyone's like, wow, I'm so glad you decided to do that because of him. And well, yeah, I admit it, that's why I did it. Of course, I just wanted to talk about that. And also I did the pedal extensions, gas pedal spacers, which are great. Not really, don't really call them an extension, they were half an inch. It's more so it's in line with the brake pedal. And you can heel toe shift a little easier. Now, I'm not expert on heel toe right now, so I haven't really messed around with doing a heel toe shift. I like it because, of course, I have short legs, so it actually moves the gas pedal a little closer. And as soon as I did the clutch spring, it felt to me like, man, the clutch throw is a little shorter on top of that. So definitely, to me, it helps me with my short legs driving this car. Of course, it kind of helps me with really feeling this clutch, so I can get a lot more feeling with it. It kind of feels like it also moved the let-out point a little higher. And of course, then everyone immediately says you'll notice the rev hang that Alex Flores was talking about. Now, I don't really notice the rev hang as much. In fact, I kind of knew it was there. Go around this cyclist here. I knew it was there, but it wasn't something I was like, I didn't really think was a bad thing. I was like, yeah, it does have a little bit of a rev hang. He like immediately confirmed it in that vlog, like, there is rev hang here, and a lot of you don't notice it until after you've done something. It's like, oh, you know, I noticed that now. And now I know that's not just my imagination. I thought, man, this car really does have a rev hang. And it's confirmed that it does. And of course, it kind of revs you a little bit when you go to let out on the clutch, which I personally really love. Just because it kind of helps you get moving at low speeds and you don't really have to use the gas. On this car, that's a great thing because you have so much power that any tap of the gas, you're moving quite quickly. Definitely is convenient for parking lots. So we come up to this intersection here. I can make this. So Now, a lot of people have been pointing out, mostly on Facebook. I got one comment on YouTube, and that was about the clutch assist spring. How not having one suddenly will cause problems. Okay, I guess we're not going to go faster than about 40. Okay, just going to get in this lane, and I'm going to have to wait patiently. So that causes problems because it puts stress on your slave cylinder. Now, the problem is with that, and I'm going to go ahead and mention that one too. People have talked about the clutch pedal sagging a little bit. Some people said, oh, when you do that, you have to then pick it up off the floor. Well, mine has maybe, a quarter of an inch, maybe this much actual slack in it now. Just something I didn't really notice it before. So if it was there before, I just simply didn't notice or didn't care. And of course, the other thing is, everyone heard, and then of course they went out and bought the Steeda replacement clutch spring, which is 35 pounds per inch or pound per foot, whatever the unit is. 35 pounds as opposed to 185 pound spring that comes stock. And the reason being, if you look on the Steeda website, they threaten you with, well, if you don't get this, your slave cylinder is going to go out. And of course the problem is everybody reads this, and of course I'm telling you can do this mod for free. Well, then suddenly it turns, well, you can do this mod for free, but you're going to have to spend all this money fixing your slave cylinder. Here's a $90 part to fix that. Well, that also sounds like good marketing to me. No one actually knows anybody who actually had their slave cylinder go out because of this mod, so that's the problem. I have not found a single person who actually did this and had a problem with it. So I think Steeda is simply, there might be slight bit of truth, but I think they're almost blatantly lying to everybody. They just simply want to sell you a $90 piece, and they're trying to convince you that here's a problem you'll have if you don't get it. Now buy our $90 piece. Now, like I said, marketing. And I think if you really do have problems with your clutch pedal sagging, I think you've got other problems to worry about than this spring. So I'm going to see how my clutch pedal does. If it really does start to sag a lot more, I'll start worrying about it, and I probably will get the Steeda spring, but I just don't have any sag. I don't have any issues. Mine feels just fine. As you can see, I'm still able to completely rip this car down the road. The other big one is, I just want to mention as I'm kind of getting real close to my job here, is I don't think it really directly fixed this problem, but it definitely has helped, and that is before I had the third gear grind issue. I just have not had it happen since I did this. Now, it'd be nice if that was an issue that got fixed by this. Like I said, I've noticed it less. Hopefully that's a thing, and it has helped alleviate some of it, because people kept saying it's by you not pushing your clutch pedal all the way down. Now, the other converse with that is when you push your clutch pedal down, the last inch or so, the last little bit of the clutch pedal travel is your clutch all the way engaged. It fully disengages the clutch, I should say, basically when you have an inch to go, so that way you can be slightly off of the floor and still have your clutch fully disengaged. All these people online love to argue that. That's something I found out. So I will say keep that in mind if you are talking about this grind issue. If you are trying to tell me how I need to do everything differently, how it's my driving, well, I guarantee you it's not my driving, but that clutch spring does feel like it helped, because it is easier to push it all the way down. And it does give you less resistance going back up. Or, no, it actually gives you more resistance going back up. Meaning when you go down, you have less resistance. Some people said it's going to make your clutch harder. No, it doesn't feel any different going down. It's coming back up. That's the big difference with the clutch assist spring, because you no longer have the assistance. Although I personally think they should have never used it from the factory. They should have gone without it. No purpose. As we drive around the parking lot here. But I will let you all know, if I start to have any problems with this, of course, I probably will just go ahead and get the Steeda spring. But like I said, that's a free mod that's nice and easy to do. Had a couple days now to drive it around. The pedals, the gas pedal spacers, I like. My dad does not like them. He moves my car, and he said it's more difficult now to tell which one's the gas and the brake. I said, Dad, it's not that difficult at all. You can easily tell which one's which. You just have to drive the car a while. I know this car pretty well. Just hit 2,900 miles today, so not really getting there in mileage, but I didn't think I was going to be putting this amount of miles in the car. I thought, man, I'm only going to drive this car on the weekends. It's going to be fairly low mileage. And you just realize how great it drives. So, in spite of all the traffic, I hope you all enjoyed this little point of view drive. Unfortunately, I can't control idiots out on the road, so I still had to deal with the constant threat of people pulling out in front of me or just doing dumb stuff on the road. So let me know in the comment section below what you think about this. Do you think I should do more things like this? Because I definitely want to do more than just driving to work if I'm going to do a point of view vlog. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. Really would appreciate that. If you are stopping in for the first time, go ahead and subscribe. We got more Mustang content coming, because I definitely am enjoying making it. But anyway, take care. Have a good day.